Hi guys, today we're going to react to Heaven by REI. First time reaction.
Have you ever seen heaven? Do you believe in heaven? Have you ever been to heaven? 'Cause being with you is almost heaven. Eh? ここはどこで私はどこの誰なんですか目覚めたら Heaven 傷だらけの Angel やっとたどり着いたわ Wi-Fi 繋がんないけどしょうがない心に触れた気がした幻の愛でしたやりやりやりやりだ Have you ever seen Heaven 幸せなのね Heaven 夢見ていたこの Heaven 居心地と君の Heaven 裸足のままで飛び出した嵐の夜に僕は天使になってランボルギーニで Fly 大嫌いな君にさよならこんな世界にはもう用はない抜け落ちた羽が痛い愛なんて信じないおとぎ話みたいや
This is a Buy Me a Coffee request from Jim Nusbaum. Thank you, Jim, for introducing us to a new artist.
Thank you, Jim. We appreciate the support.
Reading the lyrics, I thought this was going to be a ballad. I don't know why. I mean, we've been schooled before being introduced to new artists. It's seldomly from Japan or Korea we actually get a ballad for the first listen. It's perky, it's fast-paced. Reminds me of Tomozo actually reminds me of the entire guitar experience. She's very skilled on the guitar. There are a lot more instruments there, but we don't see them. We only see her. There's drums, you got bass. I'm loving the display. It's simple and to the point. It shows you like a lot of studio gear that she's playing around with for artistic or expressional value. I'm loving the song. It's very catchy. And as I mentioned at the beginning, it's a sad song. The lyrics are kind of tragic even, but it's presented in this exhilarating, fast-paced song.
Yeah, I mean, we have seen this kind of thing before, and I actually really enjoy that, I think, because while, like you're saying, the song is serious and a little bit dark, the music is very much like fun and uplifting. So you get that contrast, which really works in my opinion. Something about her that is really, really cool. She has a fantastic presence about her. I think like a lot of it is to do with the outfits and the stance, the way she was like laying there kind of thing, playing the guitar. It's all very, a little bit aloof, a little bit cool, a little bit like I'm just having fun with it. But you don't see a lot of expression on her face.
Yeah.
You know, she's just singing along. She had that outfit with the mask on, sort of not mask, but something covering half her face. I thought that was kind of interesting, but I was kind of trying to get a look at her and to see if she has any sort of facial expressions that we can go by. Nothing. She's not giving us anything. She's saying, nah, you work it out. Very cool. I'm loving her playing. Her guitar playing is very good. I don't know if it was in Jim's notes or something I've heard mentioned in comments before about her. She's known as a singer and a guitarist. So this is her thing. That's sort of why we're not seeing the other drummer and whoever else is playing in the band behind her or as session musicians or whatever. I like her voice and I love the chorus here. It's very cheeky, something very cheeky about it to me. I really like it.
愛なんて信じないおとぎ話みたいや Have you ever seen
Very cool.
I loved it when she took that guitar for a jog. That's what it sounded like. That we entered in the second section a little before when she started her guitar solo. It was very refreshing to see. I don't think we've ever reacted to a solo artist that was already a proficient guitarist. They might have all been proficient guitarists, the ones that we have reacted to, but her proficiency here plays a role in her performance, and you can clearly see that. And it's just a joy to listen to all the way through. Something in the lighthearted vibe of the song really resonates in the contrast of its subject matter. And you're right, she's expressionless, but it's done in like a cheeky way to make you curious, not in the cringy way. Really, really love her performance.
Yeah, she has like this too cool for school kind of thing about her, but not in a way that you dislike her. She's still likable. That cheeky thing is happening there. Excellent guitarist. Loved that section. Her fingers were flying. It was like amazing to see. It always amazes me how exceptional guitarists can do this. I tried to learn to play guitar once, and once. That was it. Didn't work. When it comes to her voice, I think it's pretty good. I like it. It was pleasant to my ear. She wasn't doing too much, but it works in this style. So I really like this song. Just a very funky kind of pop rock song that has everything going for it in the way that the chorus is catchy and that whole contrast between subject matter and sound, which is fantastic. I always like that. It brought back to mind songs from bands like Euroshika, you know, where the subject matter was really sad, I guess, and the song sounded uplifting. So it kind of takes you in several directions all at once.
Yeah, something in the anatomy of the performance itself and the visuals reminded me a little bit of Jamiroquai.
It's the funky part.
Regarding the subject matter, it was easy to decipher what she's singing about, but wasn't easy to decipher where she is in that journey of the subject matter. I'll explain. It's about relationship. I think it's about a relationship that had a tragic ending, and I don't know if it's a breakup or if it's a death, because she's singing about heaven and she's wondering about heaven. And I think heaven is the relationship that her or the narrator had, and everything was perfect until that something happened. If it was a breakup because the person that she was with wasn't what she thought they were, or because they passed away, because she keeps mentioning heaven. Have you ever been to heaven? Because she has this like perception of heaven, but she's never been there. That's why she's asking her former or current lover if they have ever been to heaven. That's what I got so far. There's a lot more depth in there, it feels, but that's what I got.
Yeah, it took me several places within this failed love story. I agree that that's what it is. It's post-breakup, and if there is any hint of death, I wasn't sure if it's to do with her partner or her own. It felt like a character that potentially may have committed suicide because of certain lines. On the stormy night, I jumped out. I'm not sure if that means jumped out of a window or jumped off a roof or something. Again, the translation, it's hard for us to tell if it's just an offhand line or it's something to do with something serious, because she says, on the stormy night, I jumped out, become an angel, meaning died. But I don't know. The rest of the line was saying, and fly in a Lamborghini. So it sounds more like a dream. Then she says, goodbye to you, whom I hate so much. I have no use for this world anymore. So that little verse took me to potentially talking about some kind of suicide, but I don't know. I guess you could interpret it that way, and you could interpret it any other way. But it's definitely a relationship that is no more. So whatever happened between the two happened, but she keeps asking, are you happy up in heaven? At one point she says, or maybe it's hell. Tough to decipher, but she does say that when they were together, it was the closest thing she felt to heaven. So now, even if she might be in heaven, she doesn't feel like she is. So she's basically trying to say to her former partner or former lover or whatever, that had they felt the same way that she did, they could have had this heaven, but because they're no longer together, it's not. That's kind of where it took me. But
rooted in it, in that terminology, are you in heaven or are you in hell? And her perception of heaven, it kind of hints to me that there was a relationship. She thought it was something that it wasn't, because she felt like it was heaven to her. And she's expressing her discontent or sadness that her lover didn't feel the heaven that they had together. And she's asking them, are you in heaven or are you in hell? Meaning that maybe they've moved on with another person. So is the person you're with, is she giving you heaven or is she giving you hell? That's what it hinted to me, but I could easily be wrong.
I'm not sure. To me, she was describing this person as her heaven. At one point, she says, wherever you are, it's heaven. So it doesn't matter if he's with someone or by himself, he is that heaven. And because she doesn't get to experience him anymore, she's lost that heaven. That's what it felt like to me. It's a tough one. Either way, it's about that. It's about no longer being together and maybe still begrudging the fact that it didn't work out. Something like that. And not being totally over it just yet. Or far darker, as I expressed before, but I don't know. It's hard to tell because English translations can sometimes seem a certain way when it's not meant as that at all. So I could be completely off base on that.
Yeah. It's kind of not amusing, but we have enough stats now to be able to say something about it. A lot of the songs we react to stem from some sort of heartache that has to do with relationships. And he kind of knew it going in. I didn't need us to react to almost 700 songs to say this, but now we have numbers. Numbers don't lie. A lot of the songs we react to come from this painful place. And the more painful, the more beautiful the song is. It's like we get to enjoy their turmoil.
We feast on their pain.
Yeah. Your heartache is delicious. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, but it is true, and I've expressed this before, that I prefer songs that are slightly darker and not just everything is rainbows and unicorns. So thank you, Jim Nusbaum, for this awesome introduction to REI. We really enjoyed it. Thank you so much for all the support. We appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks, Jim, for introducing us to a new artist. We love reacting to this song very much. Thank you for your support. Much appreciated. If you enjoyed this episode, guys, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and click the little bell icon so you get notified on all our future videos. Thank you all for sticking with us. Thank you all for your time.
Thank you guys for all the support you've been showing us. We appreciate you. We'll be back in a couple of days with a new episode. We hope to see you all then. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye for now.
Bye, guys.